I have not got to say this in a while. Yes, I care about the draft. Yes, I'm doing player evaluations. But Cows win. Cows win. Cows win. Let's talk about it, man. Let's go through these player rankings because this is going to be fun. Let's go. Cows win. Cows win. Cows win. I have not been able to say that in a while. Listen, this video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS, BetUS, BetUS. Guess what? I was wrong in telling y'all on BetUS not to bet with the cows. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, that's the game you play when you bet. And listen, bet responsibly. But listen, if you did and you say, you know what, I'm living on the dangerous side a little bit and I want to take Dallas and I want to take the points, you hit today. BetUS, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Now, we have a lot to get to. And first things first, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Foots, why are you happy? We need to lose out. This, that, and the third. Listen, Micah Parsons said earlier this week, this is a better team than people think. We've been hurt. We haven't been healthy. The whole nine. You know, I understood what he meant. Last week against Houston, I'm watching the defense get stops, and I'm watching Cooper Rush, who hasn't played great this year. He hasn't played great as a backup. Today he did. Today he did for 200-plus yards. I mean, he had a great passer rating. He was really good. But the truth is, Micah knows what he's looking at. Micah knows ball. Mike Zimmer, and we're going to talk about Mike Zimmer as being one of the guys on this list and one of my standouts. Mike Zimmer has actually kind of righted some wrongs. He's cleaned Mozzie up a little bit. Mozzie hasn't been consistent, but as he gets more consistent, you're like, wow, can Mozzie continue to play good football? Today, Mozzie was lights out versus the run. I'm going to just tell you that. So when Micah Parsons says, and listen, Micah Parsons himself, since Micah Parsons, I got a stat for you guys. Since Micah Parsons has been back, Dallas is top 5 in third down defense and top 5 in pass rush win rate. You saw Dallas be able to get after Jaden Daniels today. You saw the Commanders be able to get no pressure unless they were bringing extra bodies. Like they got one pressure with Bobby Wagner. Other than that, they weren't able to get pressure. So let's recap the game, and then we'll get to the standouts. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do our standouts first. Kevontae Turpin, Cooper Rush, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Josh Butler. What a game from this guy. 11 tackles, passes defense. That last play where they let Terry almost just walk through the defense, that was crazy. A sneaky backdoor cover if you're into betting, but we'll talk about that. Luke Schoonmaker, Brevin Spanford, Rico Dowdle, Mike Zimmer, Mozzie Smith. And you can flip Mozzie Smith and Mike Zimmer. The whole nine. Here's the deal. When I look at this team, Dallas held a top 5 offense to 9 points all game until 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the game just erupted. You know, they're playing soft. They're playing prevent. They get the first score. Then they kick it to us. We get the ball back. We score after the Schoonmaker touchdown. Well, shout out to Luke Schoonmaker. He's on this list. And then the game just went crazy. But in the flow of the game, Mike Zimmer had Cliff Kingsbury dialed up, guys. That double-A mug was crazy. I thought Micah Parsons did a great job playing the run and the pass in that RPO game with Jaden Daniels. He had one run for the touchdown. Other than that, he was stuck at like 75 yards the whole game until late in the game. I mean, like I said, sneaky backdoor cover, but he didn't play well. I want to make this very clear. Jaden Daniels didn't play well. That Washington offense did not play well. I don't care what happened late in the game. Dallas's defense was with Josh Butler and first game back, Deron Bland had those guys dialed up. Kendricks played good. Overshown played good. Mozzie Smith played good. Now, I want to talk about the elephant in the room, and that's draft order and this, that, and the third. Guys, draft order will take care of itself. Dallas is probably going to lose some more games. Don't worry about that. These guys are out there trying to put good film on tape, whether they'll be on this. Dallas has to fill a roster next year. So whether they'll be on this team or another team, they're not going to go out there and try to lose games. Now, I thought Mike McCarthy called a bad game. I thought there were things that he called. I'm just like, you know, I see why Dallas is probably going to move on from Mike. But the personnel, you look at this offensive line. I didn't even put the O-line on here. Cooper Beebe, check. Tyler Guyton, outside of the penalties, check. Like, I can't give him that holding call because I was fine with Guyton on that hold. That was not a hold. The defender fell down. The only one I'm really mad at is, you know, the legal formation. He needs to be lined up correctly. Guyton, I can't give you that. You need to know where you're at. Brock Hoffman. hello. Like run game wise, I saw lanes. I saw Rico Dowdle able to do some things, and like I have this love hate relationship with Rico Dowdle. I don't think that Rico Dowdle is good enough to be a one. I don't. But now as we go back and forth, love hate, back and forth, it's like tennis. Can he be a piece paired with another running back? Let's see. But all in all, this team, when I'm looking at guys like Micah Parsons, he played hard. When I'm looking at guys like CeeDee Lamb, they played hard. They had every reason to pack it in. Tolbert has the drop on the first drive. You're like, man, Dallas got something going. He has the drop on the first drive. I'm giving him hell on Twitter. He comes back. He catches the touchdown. They had every reason to pack it in. Brevin Spanford and Luke Schoonmaker. Let's talk about them. Jake Ferguson, unfortunately, has kind of been a disappointment this year. Both of these guys were drafted to step up. Brevin Spanford quietly has put together 2 good weeks of football. Seam shot for him, seam shot for Luke Schoonmaker. I really like the feel of these players. And then we got to talk about Kevontae Turpin. Guys, this next offensive coordinator has to find a way to get him involved in the offense. This guy is too electric, man. Like, I think Tyreek Hill was the fastest player in football. There's nobody in the world who's going to tell me that Kevontae Turpin isn't the fastest player in the NFL right now. It's just not going to happen. 2 weeks, he just had game-changing plays. The Cowboys' next offensive coordinator has to find a way to use this guy. Has to be done. Has to. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the draft. Right now, they're picking 11th. It looks like there will still be good players there. I think that's a sweet spot for Genty, who I'll be doing his prospect breakdown this week. His will be coming, and Travis Hunter's will be coming. I'm not. Listen, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I'm very excited because I'm in the D.C. area. I'm happy with the win, but the work don't stop. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been putting in work on this channel. I need to get you guys more content. You guys deserve it. So that's on the way. But like I said, man, the draft order will take care of itself. If you're picking at 11 or you're picking at 10, maybe that is a trade back area. There's so many different things that we could talk about, but nonetheless, the Cowboys did get a win. They didn't quit. And what I want to say about Mike Zimmer, all week we heard about how much they love Dan Quinn. And I believe they love Dan Quinn. But they have not quit on Mike Zimmer, and I respect that, man. Like, that's man time. Don't tell me that Micah Parsons doesn't care about football. I don't ever want to hear it again. The way Micah Parsons went off on Wanye on that extra point, that dude wants to win, and I respect it. It's your boy, Footstick King, as always. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I cannot do this without you. I can't do it without you. Love you guys. Peace.